Salam Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka. Perkenalkan, nama saya Wipsarsi Widona Ikasari, salah satu dosen di program studi Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris Fakultas Bahasa dan Seni Universitas Negeri Yogyakarta. Pada kesempatan kali ini, saya akan mendemonstrasikan proses pembelajaran mata kuliah Bahasa Inggris MKU yang mempunyai bobot 2 SKS. Adapun deskripsi mata kuliahnya disesuaikan dengan RPS, yaitu perkuliahan ini diperuntukkan bagi mahasiswa Universitas Negeri Yogyakarta untuk mengembangkan kemampuan bahasa Inggris akademik yang dapat digunakan untuk mempelajari bidang studi mereka. Mahasiswa akan belajar tentang keterampilan belajar di perguruan tinggi dan strategi membaca teks akademik berbahasa Inggris. Mahasiswa akan membaca teks akademik dengan menerapkan strategi-strategi belajar yang dipelajarinya. Untuk kemampuan yang diharapkan, tertuang dalam RPS pada poin C dan M, yaitu mampu menemukan tujuan teks yang dibaca dan maksud penulis dalam tulisan atau teksnya. Sedangkan tujuan khususnya ada dalam pertemuan minggu kedua, yaitu membangkitkan motivasi peserta didik. Materi pembelajaran pada minggu kedua ini mengangkat topik The Use of English in a Global World dengan tema English as a Global Language. Adapun sistem pembelajaran atau mode perkuliahan menggunakan mode daring dengan platform Zoom Meeting. Metode pembelajarannya adalah dengan ceramah yang disertai dengan tanya jawab dan diskusi kelas serta penugasan kepada peserta didik. Interaksi dengan peserta didik terjadi selama proses pembelajaran berlangsung. Misalnya ketika ceramah akan diselingi tanya jawab sehingga terjadi interaksi dua arah. Begitu pula pada saat diskusi setelah penugasan akan terjadi juga interaksi dua arah. Sistem penilaian mata kuliah yaitu teknik dan indikatornya disesuaikan dengan RPS. 1. Menjawab pertanyaan sebelum bacaan, dan 2. Menemukan makna kata dalam pertanyaan tersebut sehingga peserta didik memahami pentingnya mempelajari bahasa Inggris. Demikian yang dapat saya sampaikan pada kesempatan kali ini. Terima kasih atas perhatiannya. Salam Merdeka Belajar, Kampus Merdeka. Salam everyone. Hai.
Salam, Mem.
Salam, Mem.
Salam, Mem.
Salam.
Everyone's good?
Very good, Mem.
Good, Mem.
How about you, Mem?
I see beautiful laughing faces. Okay, it means that you're all happy. This is great. All right, let me see whether you all are you're all here. So how many people are there in here? So
We're in total of 51%, Mem.
yes, it's great. So almost all of you are here. That's great. Okay, so are you ready to learn today?
Of course, Mem.
Yes, Mem.
All right. So our topic for today is about English as a global language. We're going to learn about that, okay? Now, I would like to ask you, what is a global language? What does it mean, guys? A global language.
Can I answer this one, Mem?
Yes, please, Dio. Go ahead.
I think a global language means that a language that we use globally, that means the whole world uses it, or maybe internationally.
Okay, all right. Anyone else have any opinions on this? Besides Dio?
Same as Theo. Global language is a language that used from the other countries to communicate to the other countries, and all of the world use it.
Okay. One more person, please. Can you state your opinion about a global language? Anybody? Anyone?
Mem.
Yeah? What do you think?
Global language. A
Yafira?
language can be said as a global language because it used in most country.
Mhm.
So we doesn't have learn any other. No, I mean we doesn't have to learn so many language to communicate to each others. Because that language is used in most countries.
Okay, so the three of you have similar ideas about what a global language is. So it's an international language which is used in most of the countries, yes, to communicate, yeah. So, well, not all of the languages becomes global language because not all languages are used in most countries. Now, English as a global language means English is used in most of the countries in the world, and it is used to communicate with others, with each other. Right. Okay. That will be our topic today. Now let me share my screen, and while I'm sharing my screen, can you go to Be Smart, please, everyone?
All right, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Find the lesson for today. It's in Be Smart, okay? And English as a global language is there. Can you find it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I just
ma'am.
found
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
English as a global language there. Okay, good. Now, you scroll down and find the handout, please. Can you find the handout?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You can download the handout. Can you download the handout now? It looks like this. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Hit my screen. Okay. Can you download it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Already downloaded it.
With you? All right. It looks like this. Does it look like that? Like on your screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it look like that, ma'am.
Let's have a look at it together. Now, let us read together, okay? In this lesson, you will read a topic of English as a global language. So this is like we have discussed before, right? So English as a global language. Its roles and functions in our modern life. So how English roles and function affect our life. Now we are living in the modern era. So how English is affecting our life in this modern life, okay? You will also learn basic grammar points to understand English text. So because we're learning English as a global language, grammar is very important here, guys. Okay, so you will also need to learn basic grammar to understand English text, okay, including part of speech, okay? What are part of speech? Well, there are nouns. What are nouns, guys? What are nouns? Yes, sorry, what are nouns?
Kata benda, ma'am.
Kata benda.
Yes, what are verbs?
Verb,
Verb?
kata kerja.
Kata
ma'am.
kerja.
Kerja.
Adjectives?
Kata sifat.
Sifat.
Adverbs. What are adverbs?
Kata keterangan.
Very good. You're all very clever. Very good. Very good. Okay, so you will learn about part of speech. You will also learn about word formation and using affixes. Affixes, the examples of affixes are meant, okay, eon, cation, ity, and etc. What are these affixes? These are words which you attach to a root word. For example, the root word is manage, okay? When you attach the affix meant, it becomes management, all right? Govern, that's the root word. When you attach the word meant into govern, becomes
It's government.
government. Okay, those are affixes. Now, give me another example, please. Can you? Any words that can be attached to affixes? Electric.
National, ma'am. Nationality.
Yes, nationality. Clever you. Nationality. Very good. So ity, okay, the root word national and added with the affix ity becomes nationality. Clever. Another example, please.
Enrollment.
Enroll.
Enrollment.
Yes, that's right. Enroll added with
Enrollment.
the affixment becomes enrollment. Very good. That's called word formation using affixes. Okay. And then noun phrases, sentence components, and basic sentence structure. Wow, we are going to learn a lot, okay, in this lesson. Okay. There's, like I repeat again, there are part of speech, nouns, verbs, adjective, adverbs, word formation using affixes. You're going to learn affixes, noun phrases, sentence components, and basic sentence structure. Okay, we'll do this one by one. Okay, patiently do this one by one. Now let's scroll down. Look at your handout as well. You will have the same as my what I am sharing with you right now. So we have the introduction on the next page. Okay, I'm going to read this. Let's read together, okay? In this lesson, you will learn about the importance of learning English. There are various reading texts followed by various comprehension questions and tasks. Please pay attention carefully to the instruction of each task, what you need to do with each task, and the deadline of the submission, if any. Good luck. Now, this introduction is given also in Bahasa Indonesia, so you will so it will make it easier for you to understand what it's trying to say. Okay, so it's good. I'll give you a few minutes to just read the Bahasa Indonesia while I explain. So the focus of today's learning is about the importance of learning English. So you're reading the Indonesian translation, the Bahasa Indonesian translation already?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
think you
Yes,
understand what it's
ma'am.
trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you sure?
I am pretty sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what about the others? Do you think you understand what it's trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
is it trying to say? Okay, what is it trying to say? Somebody?
English. The importance of English, ma'am.
We're going to learn about the importance of learning English. Okay, let's scroll down to the next page. Oh no, not to the next page, to the task below that. I am doing the wrong toggle here, toggle bar. Okay, now in part one, you will have reading preparation here, okay? There's task one. I want you to do task one because it's included in part one. Look at the questions in task one. It's a pre-reading activities. So before you read, there are activities that will guide you to the text that you're going to read. Now, look at the questions, okay, and answer the questions. I'll read the questions for you. How long have you been learning English? Where do you learn it? Why should you learn English? Do you think learning English is important for your life? What is the importance of English to your life? And last but not least, is English important in education and why? Now, what I want you to do now is to answer those questions, okay? Please prepare a paper and a pen if you have, or if you don't have a paper and a pen, you could type your answers. After you type your answers, you're gonna say your answers and state your answer to the class. I'm not going to do this in groups because these questions are personal. It's about you yourself. It's not a group answer, okay? It's about you. How long have you been learning English? That's about you. Where do you learn it? Everybody has different answers. Why should you learn English? Everybody also have different answers. So you're gonna do that. We're gonna do this individually, but then we'll have a group discussion after you do this, okay? I give you several minutes to do the task, okay? Please answer the questions. Okay, everyone. All right. Are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you guys still there? Okay. Are you tired already?
Not yet, ma'am.
No,
Not yet,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Great.
No,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you. Have you answered the questions?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, now, please somebody help me share the answer to the class. Anybody wants to help me share the answer to the class?
Me, ma'am?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, of course. Go ahead, Shafira. Is it Shafira?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, Shafira.
I just say it right. I just say my answer right.
Sorry, Shafira. Yeah, just say your answers. Yeah, share your answers to the class. Yes.
I've been learning English since I was 1 or 2, I guess, because my mom is taught me to be bilingual.
Wow.
And
Wow, that's cool.
uh,
That's cool.
and number 2, I learned it in my home, in my school, and I was once do course when I was 5th grade, I guess,
That's
and
great.
I learned it by myself after
Okay.
that. uh, Number 3, why should I learn English? Is because I think it make me communicate easily with other person,
Uh-uh.
because I have an uncle that doesn't live in Indonesia, so I
Mm-hmm.
think it might be easier to communicate with him if I can speak English properly.
Okay.
And number 4, the did I think learning English is important? It is, because I have go to do student exchanges,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe and I want to travel around the world too, so it will make me communicate easily with them.
That is cool.
It's
That is cool.
easier. The
Okay.
importance of English is just like what I've said before.
Mhm.
It will make me communicate easier with other person,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
since it used almost all around the world, doesn't confuse me to understand them, even if the accent is different in other countries.
Okay.
And the last one is English important in education, and why? It is important because at least people need to know one language beside their mother language, so they can speak freely with other person, just like what my friend do at the games, because uh, he doesn't just play with Indonesian person, with an Indonesian. He also talks to Malaysians, Singaporeans, and even Europeans. So it can help him. So learning English can help people to understand each other.
Okay.
That's it, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Shafira, for sharing your thoughts with us. That is really cool. Okay. Anybody else wants to share their thoughts, please? After Shafira. Come on, somebody.
Me, ma'am.
Sure. Yes, please.
Okay, so for the first question, how long have you been learning English? I already learning English since I was at kindergarten, I think, because my sister usually talk in English with me.
That's
But
cool.
I don't really understand I don't really understand back then. So since then I trying to learn English, and me and my sister is really like Korean variety shows, and she always using English subtitle on it. So I need to learn English if I want to know what does it mean. So
Okay.
yeah, and for number 2, where do you learn English? I learn it at my home, at school, and I'm taking a few course about English. And then I think for question number 3 until 6, I have the same point about the answer. I think why we need to learn English, because for the first point is English is a global language, like you said at the first, and then the second one is we doesn't know what will came to us in the future, so we need to prepare about it. Okay, and it so my mother always say, like, you need to have a big dream. So because of that, for me, learning English is such a important thing, because it's gonna make us discover more about this world. It's not only we're gonna discover about Indonesian things or everything that in Indonesian, because we need to put our goals, like we need to put a big dream. So just don't think that you will just go around in Indonesia just and thinking that you're gonna going outside of Indonesia, you're gonna travel the world, and you need basic to you for survive out there. So I think learning English is one of them, because we can communicate with others more well, and then we can finding a lot of culture out there. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Your name doesn't appear here. Sorry.
Oh.
Thank you very much, though. Okay, we'll have one more person, please, to state their ideas. Somebody, one more person, who would like to just say something about, answering the question and share it with us. Anybody? No one else?
I think I will, ma'am.
Sure, yeah, okay, thank you. All right, Dio, this is Dio. Okay. Would you
Okay,
like to share your
so
answer with us,
number
Dio?
1, and how long have I been learning English? I think I've been learning English since the beginning of my life, or at least 3 years old.
Oh, that's cool. Wow.
So, and why did I learn? Okay, where do I learn it? I learn it when mostly in my homes, because
Okay.
when back in the kindergarten we doesn't have English class, of course, and when I'm in elementary school, the English level is already below what my understanding level is. So, and wait, I forgot when I started. Oh yes, video games.
Okay, video games.
Yes, I started learning English because of video games. When I was 3 years old, I already know Indonesian, but all the games that I played is in English. So mostly I don't understand at the beginning, but my mom gave me a dictionary. So what I did is I just put the dictionary beside my video games and I just read it. Like, what does this mean? What does this mean? And I just translate it. And do I think learning English is important for my life? Back then I did. And the more that I grew up, I learned that English is actually an important skill to have, because it opens so many windows. Like Mauli said, we doesn't just stay in Indonesia. We open up new windows to globally, I think.
Yeah,
We can learn
that's
so much thing internationally.
yeah.
Like new knowledge that doesn't exist in Indonesia. Basically, like what they do in Europe, what they do in America, what they do in Japan, and etc. etc. And for number 5, what is the importance of English in my life? Like I said, I just use English for video games mostly.
Okay.
But now, because I already understand English, I can learn so many new things. Especially learning another language in English is much easier than learning it in Indonesia.
I see. Okay.
And for the last thing, is English important in education? Yes, because I think English makes everything easier, because in Indonesia they doesn't have that depth of a language, like they doesn't expand in vocabulary especially, but in English They have so many variety of vocabulary that explains so many things, so many new things. That's why I think it's important to learn in education.
Okay, thank you very much, Theo. All right, so we already have 3 people who gives their answers and share their answers with us. Very good. Great answers with a little suggestion from me, okay, about the grammar. Remember that we are going to talk about the grammar as well. So it's we don't, not we doesn't. She does, not she don't. Okay. So all of those grammatical, small mistakes. Okay. But don't be afraid to talk just because you don't know these small mistakes or you're afraid to make mistakes. Just talk, as much as you can without thinking about mistakes, okay? Because they're very small mistakes. You don't have to worry about them, okay? Just talk and talk and talk. That is very important. Now, because time is up, everyone, I would like to give you a little homework, okay? So for those 3, including those 3, please record your voice, okay? Answering the questions in task 1, all right? So I want you all to record your voice answering the questions in task 1. Send it to the WhatsApp group, okay? Send it to our WhatsApp groups, your voice recording, and I will listen one by one, okay? I listen to all of them one by one, and I will give you the grades, okay? I'm not going to score your mistakes, no, because we all make mistakes. This is not our language. It's a foreign language for us. Of course we do make mistakes, but I'm just going to score your understanding about English as a global language. That's what I'm going to score. So can you record your voice and send the recordings to our WhatsApp group, guys?
Yes, ma'am, will do.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. So yeah, because time is up, everyone, and we have to go. So send your recording to WhatsApp group once again, and then I will score your recordings. Okay. So I think that's the end for our lesson today. The conclusion is that English is an important language because English is a global language, okay? We need to learn English because we need to learn the international language that many people use so we can communicate with people from other countries. All right. Is there any questions before I go? Before I close the class?
No, ma'am.
No? All right. Thank you very much for being here, everyone. And I hope you get something from me in these lessons. Bye.
Bye,
I'll
ma'am.
see you next
Thank you.
time.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a nice day.
Ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.